You mentioned interestingly about AWS going from small to large. So if you were drawing a parallel with mid-sized organizations, right? So if there was at a high level, a stepwise process or a roadmap to go from small to big based on your experience with AWS, how would you describe that maybe in a few steps? I know it's asking for too much to make it into steps, but still your thoughts in terms of structuring it in a roadmap kind of a thing, which may be also useful for our audience here, which also have some mid-sized companies.
Are you talking about the cloud journey? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
right.
scale of the cloud, the entire span of cloud, maybe starting from one in a larger enterprise, maybe starting from one pocket and then expanding in a mid-sized organization. It's
Right.
a
I think the
whole
first
thing.
principles. Yeah, I think the first principles, Anupam, would remain the same in terms of having the initial workshops done. Right, the cloud journey workshops. We call it the JTC workshop, Journey to Cloud workshop. Right. These are initial workshops facilitated even by the hyperscaler and SIs to get your basically to understand the IT estate, to understand the infra estate, to understand your existing consumption pattern, right? Your on-prem consumption pattern, the kinds of what is the nature of the beast that we are dealing with is something which needs to be understood and documented. That is point number one. And hyperscalers and partners and SI offer a wealth of experience and quite a deep technology expertise in assessing that. So it's more like an assessment phase, right? So to say, we call it MRA, Migration Readiness Assessment, right? That's the very popular term used in the marketplace. So I would subject all these small and medium enterprises into an MRA. It's a couple of days workshop. It's like 3-4 days of workshop where you're able to really work with the hyperscaler or the hyperscalers consulting organization or the SI's consulting organization to draw up, so to say, a roadmap or assess first, and then draw up a roadmap in terms of how this looks like, what the picture of success would be, say 8 months from now, 10 months from now, 14 months from now, once the study is undertaken. Post that MRA phase, and an MRA is a very, very cost effective, simple, high level exercise, right? Post the MRA phase, we come into the MRP phase, which is your migration readiness planning, right? Once the assessment is done, then you have an MRP phase. In the migration readiness planning, all of what was discussed in MRA and documented in MRA plus the activities that get into detailing out all of those components across different parameters, across scale, across performance, across agility, across security, across capability, resourcing, all of those pillars get addressed in because you're getting into the planning phase. And then there are many ways to do the MRP as well. There's no one size fits all or one kind of an approach, single threaded approach to MRP. And that is since that is a bit more detailed exercise, it will take probably a couple of weeks. Since we are looking at an SME as a target audience, it may not last for months, but just probably for a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks max. Post the MRP phase, the actual takeaway from the MRP phase is getting everything ready to hit the ground running for execution, actual migration, scaled migration.